Peace and wisdom. Give you guys a chance to get in here. Good morning. Is it morning? Yep. Peace and wisdom, Papa Lee, Big O, Rifle Hitter. Perspective is life, not lie. And everyone else that's joining in while Solace here. Today I want to do this deep video. If you're not a Muslim, it doesn't matter. Of course, no wisdom is just for one group of people. So if you're a Muslim, you shouldn't view your belief system, the wisdom that goes with it, as just for a certain people. I'm sure you know it's for all people. Those that follow what the wisdom says to do. So these would technically be the people. So if I'm breaking down Christianity, Islam, anything that you may not follow, I'm breaking it down from that perspective. That the knowledge is for all. Those who follow, what the thing says, so then I suppose they are. You get my point? I'm just trying to be clear. Some of you view yourself as a certain thing, but you don't measure up to it. Like that. Technically, you're not the thing. You just claim it. So from that perspective, peace and wisdom, Rick Robinson, Marcel Salvago, and the official Conscious Trapper. Now, I'm doing a conscious cleansing right now. I'm doing a conscious cleansing like I tell you guys. Y'all know what I believe in. We have to perfect self. Like the good book says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And so that's your first lesson in true understanding. You have all the things that you see before you in life, all physical things. They make their sounds. Man is the only thing that speaks word. Get it? The only thing. And so, man is God manifested physically. And so man has to fulfill that. Being God physically. When I say being God, I mean the perfection that God is. And so I don't want anyone to get lost and you feel like, oh, so I'm God. God is whole. We are all the broken pieces of this whole thing. But so, you get my point? God is unseen. We are seen. You get it? So there's an opposite perspective, but you still are and you still come from what you do. Meaning, however y'all want to view it, y'all are God born out, physically manifested. Y'all don't carry yourselves in that way, meaning the perfection that y'all see God as. It doesn't matter what religion you have. In your religion, God is perfect and whole, and you get it? All the things you should strive to be. You being a physical representation of this thing. And so, God born out is Satan. Satan being, a self thing, an opposite thing. And so y'all are all Satan until y'all choose to be reborn again. While you're physical. Peace and wisdom, soul conscious. You put a mouthful. And so the point I was making is I'm going through a conscious cleansing right now. It's just something I do ever so often to make sure I keep the mind and the spirit good, nice and balanced. The same way you guys clean your bodies. Some of y'all, some of y'all stink. Some of y'all are disgusting, but we not talking about that right now. So the same way y'all clean y'all bodies, I try to make sure ever so often I clean my mind and spirit. Like I say, before we die, we want to get rid of all of our habits. Some of you guys have a lot of habits. I have only 2 habits. And so it's a deep thing. If you have a lot of habits, you want to start to, kick them before you die. This is what you need to do. So life is not about you not indulging. You can indulge and have fun, do what you do. But it's a deep thing. You gotta kick it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. My 2 habits, of course, y'all know one of them is marijuana. The other one is cigarettes. So these 2 things go hand in hand. I quit cigarettes on Friday. Now I know some of y'all like, how do you just quit cigarettes 2 days ago? Wise, man. I can give y'all all the secrets. Meaning anything y'all want to quit, y'all can quit it instantly. I know it sounds strange with you, like I don't believe that. You can. I quit on Friday. So I have to keep my spirit stable. Just for 7 days. It's a 7-day thing, but it's deep. I'm gonna give y'all the secret, a piece of it. And I guarantee some of y'all gonna try it. And it's gonna work for you for a day. In that, you'll know what I'm saying in my teachings is right. Now, watch this. Hold on. Let's say you have a drinking habit. Watch this. This is deep. This is how I quit cigarettes on Friday. And I haven't smoked. I smoked one yesterday, but it's deep. You can't, once you do what I'm about to tell you to do, you can't do what you addicted to. You get my point? Meaning you're gonna try to do it, but you ain't gonna be able to. It's gonna be disgusting to you. And so I mean kick it like that. Make sure your mind is ready. Because some of y'all are gonna play with it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna kick my habit and you not ready in the mind. You still wanna indulge. And so you don't you don't wanna do that. Make sure you decide, like, yeah, I'm ready to kick. And so Rightful Hitter said, nah, I tried it. I stopped smoking herb 5 days ago. I started off slowly breaking apart. Yeah, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about instantly. Like, some of y'all have a drinking problem. You can instantly be like, okay, I'm quitting. And you be quit, and you quit. It's over. Just like that. But it's a deep thing. The official conscious trapper said, I didn't know you smoked, champ. Some of y'all are slow as hell. See me smoking bud. Most people that smoke bud, they smoke some sort of a cigarette. You get it? Whether it be a Black and Mild, you get my point? It's just common sense. So if you see people smoking marijuana, they smoke something else. I don't mean something harsh. I mean like some sort of nicotine type of thing. And so it's a deep thing. Now, the point I'm making is this. This is how I quit it on Friday. If you got a drinking problem and I ask you, are you a drinker? So you're going to be like, yeah. Right there. That's why you addicted to what you do. You don't even realize it. You view yourself as the thing you do. Meaning if I say, are you a drinker? Most of y'all will be like, yeah, I drink sometimes. Even if you don't want a person to know, you may like, I drink off sometime, once in a blue, casually. But in the mind to self, you a drinker. The same way with a smoker. I say, man, y'all smoke weed. Y'all like, yeah, I smoke. I'm a smoker. You claiming the thing. You get it? If you say in the mind, I'm not a smoker. I don't like smoking. Watch what happens. I mean, like really to the self. The same way if I say, "Are you a smoker?" and you like, "Yeah." Meaning in the heart, you like, "Yeah, I'm a smoker. I smoke blue cheese, baby. I smoke platinum, baby." Just like that, look at smoking and how you feel about it. You say, like, I want to quit. I don't want to drink. I don't want to smoke. And view it like that. Are you a drinker? Hell no, I ain't no drinker or smoker. I don't like that. Watch what happens to your brain and watch what happens when you go to indulge. When you go to indulge, the mind's going to be like, I'm not a smoker. Meaning that's going to keep popping in your mind. I'm not a smoker. I don't drink. You're going to see something happens. It's going to be a conflict. Usually when you go in to drink, there is no conflict. You a drinker because you said so. The subconscious mind has you as that. Watch what happens when the subconscious mind has you as a drinker. So you go to pour that drink, but the conscious mind is like, I'm not a drinker. It's going to be a conflict. And so if you hold that vibration, of course, there's other things you have to do. You have to be in a certain vibration. You know, understanding self somewhat. I mean, you have to have a knowledge of self in the two parts of self, one being the source, one being the individual. And so the source will help you, but you have to. It's a deep thing. I'm not sure if y'all ready for that. But if you have any habit that you want to kick, you can kick it instantly. Like I said, I kicked cigarettes on Friday, and I can't smoke them. I can't smoke them now. So it's a deep thing. Try and grasp. It's interfering with my marijuana too. I can't. I want to smoke bud still. I haven't given that up yet. That's later. Just the cigarettes got to go. The cigarettes went, now the bud going with it. I guess they tied in together. They got like a marriage thing going. So I think I kicked marijuana. I think I accidentally kicked marijuana too. Meaning the shit that I'm telling y'all is deep. It's like I said, in y'all minds, y'all claimed it. There was a time where you didn't do what you did, and so you viewed it a certain way. Your viewpoint of the thing is why you're attached to it. It's the same with relationships. Whoever you're in love with, you only love them because of your viewpoint of them. If you change your viewpoint or let someone else change your viewpoint, they're going to start to discuss you. Just like that. Same with your habits. Y'all loved it subconsciously. Let it go. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't even know what I've been doing all this time. But you have to drum it into the head, meaning before y'all go to sleep, y'all have to have the last say. You get it? Meaning before you go to sleep, you have to make sure you say, like, I'm not a smoker. You get it? You have to go to sleep on that note. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a drinker. Now, of course, once you put those thoughts in the mind, so you're going to get the resistance, meaning you're going to get the urge to smoke or drink. And so this is how it happens with y'all. Y'all fall asleep on a note. You know, that note being, I'm a smoker and a drinker. And so when you wake up, the first thing you reach for is your habit, because that's what you went to bed on. Think on that. And so it starts at night and in the morning if you're trying to kick your habit. You don't have to do nothing outrageous. You don't have to. It really ain't that hard. It's a mind thing. Meaning you addicted to whatever you addicted to because you let your mind go. You just have to snatch your mind back. And so before you go to sleep, you just have to acknowledge that you're not whatever you indulging in. Meaning you don't do that thing. Even if you're doing it, you're like, I don't smoke, I don't drink. You have to get the mind to grasp that. I don't do this thing. So the same way you see yourself as somebody that does it, so that's why you do it. When you see yourself as somebody that don't, so you won't. And so it's an instant thing, like I said, you have to start at night. This is when the day starts. It's a real thing that I'm trying to explain to y'all, but I'm not sure if y'all will grasp. But I kicked them here instantly off the bat Friday night. And I haven't touched them since. And I don't have the urge or the desire or the want. It's making me hungry. I see why y'all kick shit and get fat. I've been starving. So it's a deep thing. I may change a little bit, but it's just a matter of that. And so whatever habit you have to look at it like that. That habit has a piece of you. A piece of you are that. And so if you kick a certain habit, man, you're going to change. Meaning, it's a deep thing. So try and grasp, like I said, it's all about perfecting self, the mind, spirit, and the physical. But this is not like your religion where you like holier than thou and I don't do anything. You do what you do. The thing is, you want to not be addicted and attached to anything when you die. Because that's what the spirit and soul going to be seeking out. You get it? And so you want to have that peace. That rest in peace thing. Souls don't rest because they have their attachments. This is the death thing we speaking of. And so y'all don't know when y'all going to die. So you want to watch how many addictions and attachments you have at some point, removing them. I'm getting up in age. I don't know when I'm going to die. Remove them. So I only have one habit now. That's smoking marijuana. Once I decide to let that go, the same way I did the cigarettes. So, there you have it. It's a deep thing. All I have to do now is just get through these next 7 days. Try not to frustrate myself in any way. So, like I said, at some point I'll be going to... I was supposed to do this in the forest, but... because that's when it's easier. It's hard in the city. If you live in the city and you trying to do what I just did, you're going to struggle. I have a strong mind, so it's different. But it's best to do it in the forest. When you get, it's deep. You get a lot of assistance, let's say. You see how y'all get assistance in getting high and shit in the city? But you don't really look at it that way. But you come outside, nigga, like, hey, man, you want to smoke? You live in Babylon, you get hell of assistance to fuck yourself up. Somebody will just walk up to you like, hey, man, you want to get drunk today, baby? You like, well, I wasn't thinking. I just woke up. But since you brought it up, you got some? Like, shit. Go on and pour me. Go ahead, fuck it. Then pour me some since you brought it up. So that's how Babylon is. It will give you all the assistance you need to have all the addictions in life. And so the forest is the reverse. It'll give you that assistance to, like, chill. So it's a deep thing. If anyone wants to quit, one of their habits, just email upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. I'll walk you through it. You got to be dedicated, though. Meaning your mind has to say, I'm done with this thing, but I'm just struggling on letting it go. And so I quit cigarettes early. I just want, I like quitting shit. Whatever don't matter, I want to quit it. You feel me? Whatever I ain't really got no need for, it can go. It's just causing drag. So, like I said, ever so often I go through my conscious cleansings. I try to give up a thing that's not needed. And so, it's just the path of self perfection. Like I said, we all God manifested, that being the Word, manifested out physically. And so, as a mind, you have to be that here, meaning at some point you have to be God here in the physical, meaning perfectly balanced, fair in your way. Everything that a God is, everything good. When I say good, I'm speaking balance. When God made Adam, then he made Eve, then it was good. He made day, then he made night, then it was good. You get it? Meaning if you a Christian, that's what that meant. Balance. Everything is good when it's balanced. And so that's what that text was saying in that part. When it say like he made basically man then woman, night then day, sky then ground, opposites. Then it was balanced, then it was good. So it's a deep thing. Jelani Olamina said the word made flesh. Yeah. Sound, as I always explains, raises in its hertz, becoming more and more physical. So sound raises to light, light to substance, substance transcends through its different states, going from clean, salty, murky, muddy, clay, rock. Like thunder, then lightning, then water. Sound raises to light, substance, so on and so forth. Again, thunder, lightning, substance, or rain. This is how life manifests forth or manifests out from nothing, the unseen realms. Whether you're talking a raindrop or a person, peace and wisdom, petrol head. Peace and wisdom, Kerry Keaton. Kerry Keaton said, peace. Did Jesus claim to be God in scriptures? Yeah, Jesus claimed to be one with the Father. Like whatever the Father is, he was that manifested. He told all you greasy monkeys, you what I am. Y'all don't get things. So I'm not telling you anything wrong. Like I said, y'all supposed to be God born. Y'all don't know what Jesus is or any of these things. Y'all think Jesus is an individual, and he's not. And so, Jesus is the source of all physical life that you see. Simple thing to grasp. Every physical person you see started as that substance, that white substance. Y'all call it semen, ejaculation, that. Whether you male or female, you started as that. And so Jesus is that in life. If you view that as nothing, then view your physical self as nothing. And so when Jesus is being spoken of as a person, that is a person, technically. There is no person that haven't started as that ghost. Meaning that's all Stephen is. It's the ghost, the Holy Ghost. It looks ghostly. This is why Jesus says, come in my yoke. Weird stuff where you like, what is Jesus talking about? Semen, yoke, the source and beginnings of all people. Before that, you have unseen mind space, Look at cosmic space, Holy Ghost substance, physical life, manifesting from that. All these things being the transition of God, that unseen mind space manifesting out physically. Yes, I know it's a lot of y'all, but so this is what happens when the whole thing breaks up. God needs company. It's a deep, it's a deep thing. Try to grasp. Papa Lee said, "You have heard me say to you, I am going away and coming back to you. If you love me, you would rejoice because I said, I am going to the Father, for my Father is greater than I." Peace and wisdom. Speaking of mind and ejaculation, like I said, when y'all die, y'all are going backwards, you know, back to that mind space. Just look at all men, their mind space as the primordial abyss. And when they're ejaculating, they're disconnected from self and drawing in from the abyss, the Holy Ghost, the spirit of themselves, like that. And so that's your Jesus. That's why it says the Father. Not to say God is a man, but so, you get my point? Man is a replica of God, let's say. A woman being a physical manifestation of what y'all would call the devil. You get my point? If you're a woman, please don't get lost. I'm just talking about the bodies. Just talking about the vessels. You're the same thing inside that I am. So try to grasp. The vessels are Satan. You get it? All of them. The spirit is of God. All of them. The mind being God. All of them. If that makes sense. Now, a woman is opposite of a man. So, you get it? All the bodies is coming from the woman. Meaning all the egg cells is coming from the woman. All the spirits is coming from the man. Spirit is substance. Sperm cells, semen, substance. Egg cell develops into body. So y'all texts have a specific science and order to it. Put in a story format. Life has a story. I don't want to say it don't. Sperm cell getting egg and all of that glory that happens behind the scenes before the birthing of that bag of dead cells. You know, multi-cell organism. There's a story that happens there. So it's told from Genesis through all the way up to the New all the way up to the New Testament. The New Testament is the birthing of this thing. So that's why it starts off with Jesus being born in the 42 generations, 42 weeks of conception. Peace and wisdom. Carrie Keaton said, I see in the scriptures that they look down on the flesh, the egg, especially the Gnostics. Yeah, that's the lake of fire. Peace and wisdom. But of course, this is before physical manifestation. It's like I tell y'all, God and Satan is within y'all. Y'all are balancing between the two. Meaning y'all gonna give one side of the self the power of the other. But both is subjected to you. Meaning God and Satan is technically under y'all. You the manifested thing. It don't get no higher than that. But y'all don't get that. So y'all are looking to worship instead of looking to be the perfection of what is worshipped. You get it? And so it's a deep thing. But when I think of God, I think of... You said, when I think of God, I think about doing godly things. Healing, going against psychics. That's not godly. Y'all have disturbed. Y'all are disturbed. But like I said, you have to get balanced in the self. There's no need to think like God. You have no balance. I'm just being honest. Start there. It's like trying to judge somebody and you know you ain't got yourself together. You get it? Wisdom starts with honesty to self. Where are you? And you start there. If you know you ain't the most honorable person in life and you don't even really put no real thought into those things, deal with that first before you try and view God as something. Because then y'all gonna be talking about dumb stuff that got to do with, you know, I guess you can say the Satan talking about healing people and all this weird shit. No one's sick. People need healing because they get afflicted. Y'all view these opposites are the same. Meaning if you sick and you need to be healed, it's because somebody made you sick. Simple thing to grasp, right? And so where does the line separate? Meaning the person that make you better, ain't they the person that can make you sick? Ain't it the same sorcery? Like I tell y'all, y'all already fine. Y'all have a force inside that naturally heals. You get cuts, you see it heal. Y'all abandon yourselves and the power that was given to self to be fools and chase around retard stuff. So it said, bro, Christ healed blind people with spit and mud. Peace and wisdom. It's the grown up channel. Get your perspective together. Like I said, y'all don't have the understanding of these things. I'm not a Christian, so please get your mind together. I'm not here to convince y'all about a Jesus or a Christ. This is names that Christianity uses of a thing that every science or religion or anything that has to do with any wisdom speaks about. They don't name it. Christians do. Whatever. It wouldn't matter. The understanding of the thing is the most important part. Otherwise, you'd be saying dumb shit like Jesus healed blind people. If the man say Jesus is the substance, the semen, and you know that thing raised up the dead, what are we talking about here? Then what are you talking about here, man? I mean like that. Y'all don't understand. That substance does everything you can possibly think of. It raises the dead sperm cells in your balls back to life. If that's not magnificent, I don't know what else is. It makes a whole baby come out of a woman's stomach. If that's not the most glorious, magnificent thing in life, then what is? And so that substance feels so good. It's love, like everything they say Jesus is. And so you have to grasp what Jesus is. Then you'll grasp when it says things like he healed the blind, blah, 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 blah. Kerry Keaton, I'm gonna let you go in a second. He said, I know it's real for a figure that can live like that. Again, some of y'all think Jesus was an individual. If you do, you're like a child with Santa Claus. You just need to grow up, understand real science of things. The text of your religion don't say anything about he was a person or anything like that. You haven't read it. You're not really going to read it. So, most of y'all have a perspective that you got from the religion, which is a matter of people just running their mouth that never actually picked up the text. Kerry Keaton say, my perspective of Jesus lying to self as if he read or she read the text. You see my point? And so whatever you are, you have to remember that. Men are liars. They are not aware of themselves. And so they will tell you a thing. Never being real with self and saying, wait, don't listen to me because I didn't even read it. I'm not supposed to have a perspective. Y'all will judge people y'all never met. If you know somebody before you get to know them, then what are we talking about here? That part. That's how y'all are, but y'all not aware of that. So try and grasp. It's a deep thing. I'm gonna let you go in a second, Kerry Keaton. You kind of rambling on at this point. I don't want you to do that. Out here, please. Most assuredly, oh my God, y'all are killing me with the foolishness. This is not Christianity. Please get off that. If you want to be lost into the religion, you already have that. You don't have no understanding. If you're confused and you say, I do have understanding, that's why all y'all keep doing is blurting out foolish scripture. Explain. That's what I mean. And I have no understanding outside of regurgitation. When y'all say I understand, y'all mean like y'all understand y'all can read and repeat whatever it says. But if I say show me the thing in real life, y'all can't. If I say show me Jesus in real life, then we gonna get into the lie. You're gonna start to compensate for what you lack in true understanding. You tell me, Charlotte, show me Jesus, then I tell you it's semen. You can go do what you do at night. Look at it when you finish. I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? See how one is real, one is fake, like that. Y'all got fake wisdom. It don't never go to nothing real. So, just be mindful of that. If I'm explaining something, it's not to get you into the religion. It's just to help you with the true understanding of a thing. If you are in a religion, you the problem. Meaning, religion is a separation thing. Y'all have to start to take accountability for the things y'all hold up. You say, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Okay, you are part of separation. That part. If there's wars and beefs and oppositions, you help for all of that because you align yourself with things that was patterned for that. The things that are the build up for that. Having different religions, different political parties, different nationalities, all these differences is for that. The build up for y'all to be separated and going crazy on each other. And so y'all can be lost in whatever y'all want. Just make sure y'all get your understandings. Meaning the texts that go with the religion, all religions have a higher point, a higher understanding. Y'all get lost in the religion, which is the cult and the people gathering around speaking foolishness that has nothing to do with the understanding of the true religion. That being a oneness thing. This is why the Bible ain't called Christianity, because that's made up. You get it? One of y'all can take the wisdom that I be given and then name a religion of it and be like, that part. People gonna take wisdoms and make cults out of them and do whatever they want. You get my point? You have to know the difference between the understanding and the religion. A lot of y'all are religious. That basically means you don't have no understanding. And you ain't in it for that. You in it for the fellowship. Meaning you one with man, one with the world. The religion is the world. That part. And so, try and grasp. Go ahead, Kerry Keaton, ask your question, then I'm going to go on ahead and explain the shade of Allah, because all these religions are the same. They're just made for different tongues. Let me get my juice while you shape and form your question. Please don't take too long. Sure, I shouldn't have took a sip of this. Might have to take a bathroom break, y'all. No, I'm gonna take a little shit, take a little pee-pee, a little doo-doo. I'll be back, though, don't worry about it. I'm like that. I always do, right? Peace and wisdom. He said it's telepathy pseudo. Peace and wisdom. You have a brain at this point. I don't want to play games with some of y'all. Salam, shalom. When y'all done learning all that fake stuff that y'all never can do nothing with, but just go around asking people, can you do what you think about it? When y'all get to a point where y'all like, okay, I'm good on that. I'm wasting my time. I feel stupid at this point. Because that's how y'all be looking to me. You say the man learned things that can only help him to be like, what you think about this? That's all y'all could do with the wisdom y'all get. Is go ask somebody else, what you think about this? Is this real or not? Let that be the first sign you ain't learning nothing. If what you learning, if that's all you can do with it. You could have did that. Life deep. Y'all let y'all minds get, elbowed and beat up and things like that. Peace and wisdom. Hopefully y'all grasp. Now let me get to this video that I came for. It's the most important thing. I'll check back for y'all comments shortly. If anyone wants to give back, y'all know what to do. Hit up that super chat. Kevin Keaton said, I'm seeing if you're honest or not. Y'all be trying to see if I'm honest, if I'm a fraud, if I'm this, if I'm that. That's not going to do nothing for you. If you want to see if I'm honest or a fraud or this or that, the first thing you have to do is look at yourself. Are you honest? Are you a fraud? Then you ask yourself, like, are you going to come to me? If you a coward, you don't need to check anybody. You get it? Some of y'all still cowards in life. Don't take offense, please. Just listen. If you a coward, you don't belong to you yet. There's somebody that bullies you around and tells you what to do. You're going to have whatever perspective they may tell you to have. And because you're too scared to, you're too scared to be anything good. You get my point? And so, some of y'all are cowards. You can't even be a good friend. Because when it comes down to you having to stand tall, this is when, you get it? When a friend needs you is when you gonna crumble. Because you a coward. And so, if you a coward, I don't want you to feel bad. Like, oh, just keep that in mind. If you a coward, then there's people that's like influencing your brain. They controlling you physically on your fears. So you can't really be much to nobody, not even your own self. And so you don't need to judge anybody. Your judgment is going to be real bad. It's going to be a matter of whatever people forcing. It's deep. But try to grasp. I'm honest. You don't have to check for that. Meaning if I wasn't honest, you would just, you get it? You wouldn't have to seek it out. Just see it. Now y'all scared of me, so y'all don't ask me anything. Y'all play stupid kid games. So there you go. But I'm honest, meaning I'm nothing that I'm scared of. So ain't nothing I feel I need to lie about. What are y'all gonna do? You get my point? People lie when they have like a fear. I don't have no fear. So like whatever you ask me, I'll just tell you the truth of the thing. There's nothing that pop up in my mind but to just say the truth of the matter. And so, get to that place where I'm not concerned with who feelings may be hurt. If I say it wrong, then yeah, on that end. But if I say it right and it's truth, and you hurt, I don't care. If you hurt and I said it a little rough, then that's not good. Kerry Keaton said, I am honest. I just wanted you to answer me so I can be on my way. I don't want to listen. Yeah, you have problems. Some of y'all do. Basically, Kerry Keaton says I'm a liar because in his or her mind, we have conversation telepathically. Some of y'all are truly disturbed. I'm not sure why. Well, I guess if you disturbed, you can't really see. But I'm not a weirdo. There's nothing really strange about me. Meaning, if you see me in real life, I'm sure you know, like, yeah, he's normal. He's fully aware of what the times is, what's going on. He fits right in. He's not a weirdo of any sort. He's just wise, older, kind of stay out the way and shit. But that's as far as it go. He's not like a weirdo. He's not like a weirdo behind the scenes doing strange shit. He's like doing whatever we do, relaxing. Maybe talk to my kid, see how my grand doing. Regular people shit. Get it? Some of y'all too strange. Like you've been seeking wisdom, it has made you a complete strange. You're strange. I don't know what to tell some of y'all. Schizo. Peace and wisdom, Kerry Keaton. I hope somebody didn't hack your channel. Cause you usually don't come here like that, disturbed. Some of y'all do that a lot. They inflict y'all with a lot of things. I don't want to block you. I'm not sure. If you could stop, please. Because you got people you clock in a lot. But some of y'all come in here, y'all be thrown off some days. I'll be like, what happened to them? Is this the day they smoke crack? Like y'all have a set assigned days to smoke crack and shoot heroin. I'll be like, Tuesday I'm smoking crack. Wednesday I'm shooting up. And then y'all be coming in here crazy. I ain't got nothing to do with that kind of stuff. Y'all be asking me about DMT and shit. I'm not a drug addict. This is not something I ever got into in life. I'm sorry. I never got mixed up with women that do drugs. All my women don't even smoke weed or nothing. Meaning my children's mother, they don't smoke bud, they don't, you get it? Most of the people I always indulge with is what you would call a square. I guess I'm a square in a sense. But I just did my little thing. I had mouths to feed and serve. So that's it. Outside of that, I never indulged in shit like y'all. I don't know what Molly is like, and I'm not a clubber, so I don't know nothing about clubbing drugs, and I don't care. Like, I'm old school. Keep your goddamn mind clear and your fucking ears open, and you tell your mama the food was good. This is how you have longevity. Come on now. Y'all got to get the old school morals back, baby. Let me say that one more time. You keep your mouth shut, mind clear, ears open, and you tell your mama the food was good. You say, I'm 40, Solace. I don't even live with my mama no more. I don't care. You pick up the phone and say, my the food was good. She gonna be like, huh? You be like, I don't know. The food was always good and just hang up. She gonna love you for it. She gonna be laughing like, yeah, they getting high. Back getting high again, but that's alright. That's alright. At least they know my food be good. It's deep. Your mama don't care about you. She care about the plate. Is the food good or not? If it is, why you ain't say nothing? Now, let me get to this deep knowledge. I have to use the restroom. I'm going to make this quick. Or maybe y'all should come back and do it. When you're dealing with the shade of Allah, of course, this is Islamic understandings of Judgment Day. So when Islamic understandings, Judgment Day will come, some of y'all will be walking on y'all faces. The sun will come close. It will be hot. Y'all will have like sweat up to y'all knees, some to the waist. Some will have sweat up to here, bubbles flying out. It's going to be a hot, sweaty place. Y'all are going to be suffering on Judgment Day. And 7 will be saved by the shade of Allah. Now, most people have no clue what the shade of Allah is. Y'all think in perspective, like, okay, it's going to be a rough ass Judgment Day and hot. And so, like that, most Muslims are looking at the shade of Allah from the perspective of Judgment Day is going to be hot, and 7 are going to be under a shade. That's not what it means. Allah's shade is unconsciousness. That. Meaning every night y'all get blessed with the shade of Allah. Because had y'all been awake during unconsciousness, y'all would probably die. Get my point? You're physically awake now and conscious and you see all around you. It ain't that beautiful, but you have your moments where it's nice. Then you fall into self. This is going to sleep. This is when, Allah takes over. Or whatever name you want to put on the force. It's like I tell y'all, the force that pulls y'all into unconscious sleep and pushes y'all out of it, that's God. But he don't have a name. But y'all lie against him and give him one. Like Allah and all this other stuff. But that's the high power. And so when you falling asleep tonight, and you get pushed out of it tomorrow, you be sure to remember that. Say, oh shit, I just had a personal experience with the divine force. He could have kept me. Oh shit, he let me go. Because this is what y'all face every day, technically. The source snatch your fucking soul. And you be dead. You call it sleep though, but you don't know nothing. You don't have a sense of time, self, nothing. Just soul snatched. And it's giving back in the morning. You wake up. You get it? And so, y'all have a problem acknowledging God. And so when it speaks of Allah's shade in Islam, then y'all don't understand what that means. And so on Judgment Day, not 7 individual people, but 7 kinds of people will be shaded from all that bullshit. Meaning, they will go unconscious like when they do at nighttime. And when they wake up and say, damn, what the fuck happened here? I missed all this shit? Yeah, you lucky. Allah gave you shade. That's unconscious. And so, when y'all fall into hell every night, y'all miss it because y'all are blessed with the shade of Allah every night. You don't need the name. I'm just using the name because that religion uses it. But so, it doesn't matter what religion you fall under, there's only one God. And that's the one that I told y'all is God. The force that pulls y'all out of sleep, unconsciousness, and pushes y'all into it. And it will keep you whenever it chooses. Meaning this is a conscious thing that happens. Y'all have too much ego. You get it? Meaning the most obvious part of your life that you don't have control over. That part. Y'all have too much ego. How'd you miss that? Meaning if you're 30 years old, how do you go to sleep for 365 times 30? Think about that. How do you go to sleep 365 days times 30? And never question that. And say, damn, I don't have the control because every night I get kind of sucked into the abyss. Meaning y'all don't control when y'all falling asleep. Y'all get drawn into it. Sometimes y'all might get knocked out. Then y'all run to the Creator. Meaning y'all go unconscious. The whole this nigga's crazy. Then the Creator push you back. Like, if you don't get your shit together, it ain't time yet. Meaning some of y'all get a good ass whoop and you get knocked all out. This is what truly happens. Touch that you touch that shit. Your soul get nervous and say, God! Run into the creator's arms like, I don't like it there. You just knocked him out. The creator's like, if you don't take your goofy if you don't take your goofy ass back to your vessel, it ain't time yet. You can't be serious. You just a teenager. Some of y'all get knocked out, you a teen. I mean, you just a teen. Then you get thrown back into your body, you wake up right at the moment. Right? So this is like the controller. That's the controller. And so every night y'all suck into that unconscious. This is God. In your religion too. And so when it says on judgment day, 7 will be shaded. 7 will be blessed or granted the shade of Allah. Is speaking of that unconsciousness. Meaning y'all are minds. Judgment day ain't got nothing to do with y'all bodies. You gonna be dead technically, right? If it's judgment day. That part. So we're not talking about your body. We talking about the mind you are. And so that's gonna be suffering. But some minds is gonna get unconsciousness. Meaning they gonna get to sleep. Or what y'all call sleep. Through hell. And so they ain't gonna have no recollection or no pains or sufferings on their heart and soul. They ain't gonna know what happened. Meaning you got people in life that's died and they just in peace. Like how you is at nighttime when you in unconscious sleep, no dream, no nothing. And they gonna be snatched up out of that state after everything was fulfilled. Be like, what happened? Was knocked the fuck out for 25 minutes or so. That's how long it's gonna feel around. The ends of the ends of reality, the ends of existence are gonna be then came. You're gonna wake up like shit. I was asleep for a night. You know where I'm at. It's gonna be the end of life. And so some gonna be blessed like that. Others is gonna go through all that they need go through so that the spirit grows. Meaning y'all suffer. This is what y'all come to life for, to suffer. It's only suffering because y'all don't want to grow. But you have to go through hardships to grow. You know, the spirit got to get right, the soul. So you have to learn balance and shit. By being put in unfair situations. By being put in this unfair ass life and shit like that. So you have to learn. You have to get your drive to say no, things have to be fair and balanced. I learn, I get it. And the soul has to develop up. That way, you know, you can go back to the creator. Now, when you're dealing with the shade of Allah, when you're dealing with Islam, they say the shade of Allah is before the throne of Allah. And so, like I said, the shade is unconsciousness. Meaning when y'all go into unconsciousness every night, then y'all wake back up into awareness, but y'all never go to the other side. Some of y'all don't even think of that and say, damn, that is true. I fall into unconsciousness or the abyss, but I never cross back to the other side. Meaning, your night and sleep is no different than life manifesting forth. You get it? You wake up, this is like birth. You live your day, this is like life. Then you fall into death. You call it sleep. Now, when you fall into death, you're going backwards now. You get it? You're going through your afterlife, back to that unconscious void. But y'all never go past the void. Y'all always come back to the life. Meaning, whether you speak in the night or eternity, y'all always wind up reincarnating back. So a day is like a repeat of a whole life. Peace and wisdom, Tamika and Sir Jones. And so y'all always wake back up into physical awareness instead of going past the abyss or the shade of Allah. And so if you're familiar with the Kabbalah, this is where that ties in. When it says like the shade of Allah is before the throne. In the understanding of the Kabbalah, you have Ayin, Ein Sof, and Or Ein Sof. This is basically Ayin is your unconscious space or realm. Ein Sof is the mind in this realm. Think of you when you in unconscious sleep. And Or Ein Sof is the mind awakening. So when you're in unconscious sleep, you're a mind in its realm. Its realm being the same thing as the mind turned off. Unconsciousness, sea of darkness. So you have Ayin, Ein Sof, or Ein Sof. This is your Trinity or your Godhead. Basically, mind becoming aware. After this, you have the Zimzum. This is the contraction or the shade. You get it? After that, you have your 10 Sephiroth. The Zimzum blocks the 10 Sephiroth from the Godhead. Ayin, or Ein Sof, and Ein Sof. The Trinity. You get it? All manifested souls after the Trinity have a gap between the Trinity and them because of the Zimzum. This is basically the shade of Allah. You get it? Or Ein Sof being Allah, the light. Like that. Allah. La is sound. Sound raises in hertz, becoming light. Light manifests substance, so on and so forth. Physical manifestation. And so, of course, the Kabbalah teachings is deeper than that. I'm just giving you a quick breakdown of why it speaks in that way. Like the shade of Allah is before the throne of Allah. You have to understand where all these teachings are coming from. It's coming from the understandings of life manifesting forth from the Duat, the Zimzum, the shade, the primordial abyss, whatever words you like, better. Some of y'all are disturbed. Like I said, I just quit. Ah, man, I should have just came I should have just came and did videos next week. Woo shit! I'm just playing. Y'all look crazy. Gosh. To poke myself in the eye just so I got any excuses. See, I gotta go. I'm sorry, y'all. I got something in my eye. I'm sorry. Let me stop off with this. Be saying crazy shit. The Solid, do you see yourself as a separate made up word and shit? Where was that? Shades of love, thrones. Where was that? Peace and wisdom, properly. In any event, when it's speaking of this shade of a lie, it's talking about unconscious. I don't think you guys care about wisdom and understanding things like that. I'm not sure why, but try and grasp. I have to use the restroom, so I'm gonna end this video because y'all not into it anyway. Maybe I'll come back and finish. Sir Jones, help us. So unconsciousness, you have to understand the Kabbalah teachings. Like I said, one day I'll come back and explain that to you guys. If you somebody that's into the Jewish teachings and you know about the Kabbalah, don't know it this way. Meaning I know every aspect is deep. the names of the 10 Sephirah, you know, Kedah, Shakma, Bina, so on and so on, Teferet, Kivara. You have 10 names for these ors or Sephirat. If you're not familiar with it, that's okay. This is for those that are. You have those 10 Sephirat. And they have names or words. Kedah, Bina, no specific order, doesn't matter. They have their 10 names. Most people don't know that those 10 names are the 10 syllables of the name of God. Meaning, Shakma, Bina, Kedah, those 10 names for those 10 Sephirah, those names are descriptions of the 10 syllables of the word that is God's name. It's a deep thing, meaning y'all ain't learning things all the way. Meaning God has a name, it's 10 syllables long, 3 of them are silent. How you spell this 10 syllable word is A. Say what? How can a 1-letter word have 10 syllables? Shit deep, blood. Name of God is Ah. Ra, the rise in vibration. You have so many syllables in Ah. A-E-I-O-U is in Ah, the letter A. Sound it out right now. Say Ah. See, it ends in U. It starts in Ah and ends in Ah. See? If you could hear every syllable in Ah, it's a deep thing. This is why when y'all have great pleasures, y'all say, Salam, shalom.